So the Comica Boom X-02. So if this is TLDR for you, then the answer is yes, and this will be the microphone that I'm using for most of my videos now. The reason for that is it's so versatile. Having, for example, 2 transmitters that can go into 1 receiver is fantastic. The connection is stable and the audio quality is pretty good. And importantly, the amount of stuff they actually give you in the package for the price is incredible value. So I would recommend this microphone to loads of people. So yes, I am pleased with it. Perhaps you're thinking to yourself, is this nowhere near the quality of another name brand? Well, I would say I have no issues with that so far. I haven't used it long term, so I can't tell you about that long term durability, but certainly the quality feels pretty good. It does not have a cheap, plasticky feel that you might expect at something of this price point, and the user interface is not lacking in any way. It's really easy to use. So honestly, I'm quite surprised by the quality of this product, and it's become my go-to microphone for all of my video production work. I'm gonna use it for most, if not all, of my videos, and that's surprised me. Certainly the main benefit of having a lav microphone, which is right here at all times, eliminates any of those issues with echo. So if you aren't in a really well sound treated room, then this lav mic is going to give you good quality sound without much setup. Essentially, if I'm speaking to a camera or if I'm interviewing 1 or 2 people, then this will certainly be the microphone that I use. This is an incredibly high value product and I'm really pleased with it. Thanks a lot to Comica for sending this out for a review. So thanks a lot to Comica for sending this out. This is the Comica Boom X-U2. The U stands for ultra high frequency. That's what makes it a professional grade microphone. And that's as opposed to, for example, the Rode Wireless Go, which uses the same kind of signal as Wi-Fi. Receiver and pair of transmitters. So let's try them out. The Boom X-U2 does come nicely packaged, and I really like the fact that they give you a lovely carry case that fits everything neatly in it that can go within your main camera bag. So here then is everything that comes in it. You get 2 lav mics, you get 2 wind muffs which go over the built-in mics on the transmitters, you get a TRS to TRRS audio cable and a TRS to TRS cable. So that's nice that they've got you covered regardless of what you're going to be inputting into. You also get a XLR audio cable as well, which is pretty cool if you are working with higher quality cameras. And then of course a simple USB charger, the carry case, this manual and warranty card. The actual units themselves are really high quality, very easy to set up. They were actually paired out of the box, they also were charged out of the box, and I've been able to use them without actually having to read the manual. They do have rotatable aerials, which, well, okay, that makes them a little less easy to conceal, makes them a little bit bigger. So if absolute size and the ability to hide these is super important to you, then this might not be the product for you. But I would say the quality and the reliability of the signal that you're actually getting from these is well worth that extra tiny bit of size. The clip on the receiver unit, that fits onto the hot shoe or cold shoe of any camera that you have. And the units can be programmed to either go both into both channels or one to the left channel and one to the right channel. It really, as you can see, did not take me long to get this set up and working with the camera. So I did know in advance from other review videos that they do give you lots of stuff in the pack, but I wasn't expecting all to be of a decent quality. It is. It also came charged out of the pack, and it's gotten me through the first 2 weeks of making videos without even needing to charge it. So battery life is pretty good. It's cool, for example, that they've given you a wind muffler for each transmitter, and they've given you all the connections you could possibly need. So there's one built in for a smartphone connection with the 3 pins as well. And that common situation of having 2 people discussing on screen is sorted because you've got 2 transmitters. I think that's great. So here's my comparison of the sound from various types of microphones. You can see, hopefully, that the on-camera mics never give you as good a quality sound of having the microphone really close to your mouth. You can get around this using a shotgun mic, and actually maybe mounting a shotgun mic just out of picture might give you slightly better quality than the lav mic. but then you can't move around. Whereas with the lav mic, if your subject moves around, then you're always sure that that microphone is the right distance from their mouth. You can see that even having really high quality on-camera mic still gives you that echoey sound, but a lav mic can give you high quality sound in any environment. So this is the onboard microphone on the camera. And typically speaking, the further away you are, the worse that's going to be. And you may even be able to hear some of the sound as my lens tracks me and keeps focus with me. So this is a really good quality shotgun microphone which is on top of the camera. So it's a really good quality microphone. You should hear the difference, but it's still about 2 meters away from me. And you probably can hear a slight echoiness to that. So now we're on the Comica Boom X-02. This is the transmitter and this is the ordinary built-in microphone. So it has a built-in microphone which you can just attach in place just like this. But also there's a standard stereo jack input on this thing, and so you can use this with an external mic, and they even give you a lav mic built in. But you could, for example, move that shotgun mic really close to your speaker's mouth. So that's the built-in microphone on the Comica Boom X-02 transmitter unit. But of course it can just be used as a belt pack. So this you're listening to now is the Boom X-02 transmitter unit with the supplied lavalier mic. Hopefully we'll eliminate quite a lot of that echo sound, and hopefully you can no longer hear the lens itself trying to track me as it focuses on me as I move towards the camera and back further away. This is an incredibly high value kit because of the sheer amount of stuff that you get, and I'll let you be the judge of the sound quality, but I think that's pretty good. If you're looking for just one purchase to set you up with all the microphones and transmitting gear you could possibly need for basic YouTube, filmmaking or interviews, then this is definitely one to check out. The UHF might seem like a little bit more of a pain, but I would definitely recommend this over the Boom XD, which transmits on that 2.4 gigahertz channel, which is a very busy channel, and you often get interference from lots of Wi-Fi or other things communicating on that same channel. This is actually paired very easily with the IR blasters, and it even came paired straight out of the box with enough battery to get me through these first videos. And yeah, having the two transmitters and the ability to choose between mono or stereo mode, having each one go to its own separate channel on the camera is going to be really useful for making any interviews with more than one person. The other thing to say is that ultra high frequency is less susceptible to line of sight problems. So you don't need to be quite as careful with keeping line of sight. So if somebody turns around, you shouldn't lose transmission. It will also automatically scan through the frequencies to find the cleanest one it can find to make sure that audio is as clean as possible. It does also have a headphone jack in the actual built-in unit. That's great for monitoring your audio to make sure you aren't getting unexpected noise. Check out with the links below. I found this microphone really easy to use, and I found the menu systems really easy to work as well. I would recommend this to anyone who's looking for one mic purchase to cover all their different setups. I guess if you're looking for drawbacks, then perhaps the fact that the mic packs are a little bit larger than other wireless setups, but they're still compact compared to the traditional higher quality, higher price microphones that you can still buy. Do check out the Boom XD2 if you prefer compact over all out. But the reason I would definitely recommend this is it communicates over the UHF channels. That gives it a more clean signal compared to the 2.4 gigahertz channel of the D system and the Rode wireless mic as well. Also, with this frequency, you can get reliable, long range signal with no line of sight problems. Check out this clip where I walk some distance away from the microphone, and you can see I have no line of sight problems. It's a very unscientific test, but I hope you'll forgive me. And I don't think I'm particularly going to be working at that range very often. So I'm just going to do a range test here with the Comica Boom X-02, and I'm wearing a transmitter. The transmitter is on the front, and I'm using the lav mic that comes with it. It's not a very windy day, but I am interested to hear whether you're going to get any wind noise and what the quality of that sound is going to be. I'm also interested to hear what the kind of ambient sounds. You might even hear a little bit of car noise as we walk past here, or some birds. And also I'm very interested to hear whether it works well with the line of sight, because I've got the transmitter on the front here, so as I'm walking away, we're out of line of sight with the receiver. With a normal 2.4 gigahertz receiver, you would often have some issues with line of sight. And also probably you wouldn't get this sort of range. And I'm probably about 50 or 60 meters away from the camera right now, and that should be well within the range of this transmitter and receiver pair. You might have heard just a couple of times there where the mic did actually cut out. That's with the lav mic that comes with it, comes in the pack. I've now switched to the microphone that comes actually on the transmitter unit, and I'm really interested to hear if there's much of a difference with that. It's quite a large transmitter unit, so you probably wouldn't wear it on your belt just like I have it right now. This is a pretty unscientific test, but the range is pretty extreme and I wouldn't be working at this kind of distance normally. And because there is a little bit of wind around, I've put the wind sock, and I'm really interested to know whether that's still giving you a nice, clear, crisp audio from me, the speaker. I'm also incidentally very interested to see how my camera handles this autofocus as I come towards it, although it's a pretty tiny aperture. So probably everything's in focus the entire time. Okay, let's see how that was.